there today?
It was good.
Yeah.
A lot of hard work, just getting in, day out. Just working hard, getting better. Yes, sir.
One of the things I believe that was mentioned by Jaeden DeBoer was, how the right side of this offensive line is kind of the veteran group heading into, I guess, 2025. Do you feel that weight of responsibility, or what does that feel like as kind of a solid part of at right guard?
With me, it is kind of a big responsibility. I am one of the older guys on the line, which is the right side. There's a lot of experience there. And with just being at right guard, I definitely have the experience, and the tackle has experience too. We're just working hard and trying to get ready for the upcoming season, and really just taking in what we had last year into this year, and just kind of expanding on that.
Have you seen Wilkin kind of take that responsibility too?
Yes. Wilkin's definitely taking that responsibility. Even with the young guys, whoever is at tackle or right guard, the experience is there. The older guys are helping the younger guys, and we're working hard as well to kind of just, like I said, expand our experience.
How often do you kind of help him just in terms of what to do? I mean, you're more of more on-field experience. Do you ever have to kind of tap him and kind of make corrections like that?
Not even that. So, like I said, we both have experience. There might be times where we just have to check each other, and that's just being a good teammate, you know what I mean? No matter who's in, the young or old, we help each other out with anything, and, we just keep working hard on the details.
Do you think there's more continuity? Do you feel more continuity this spring? Kind of last year, Parker wasn't able to be with the team, and there were some spots that maybe had guys, but they weren't really with the team, practicing with the team.
Just with that, there's a lot more depth. Like I said, we have young and old guys, so either way, if somebody's down or they just can't fill in right now. Somebody can't step up and take on their responsibility. Just with everybody, I mean, yeah, like I said, either if you go down or you're hurt or anything, we have that depth and experience to where anybody can hop in and do what they need to do.
Pretty sure there are 3 true freshmen out there with you guys right now. Has anybody kind of popped to you that's kind of gotten your attention?
They all have really. Like the young guys with depth in our room have made a lot of good impressions. I wouldn't say anybody hasn't done any less. Everybody has worked hard and showed that they could be on the field.
Have you played alongside Jackson Boyd very much?
A couple times, but like I said, with all of the young guys, we're still building that experience.
What stands out to you about him though in particular?
Athletic, strong, and definitely detail oriented. So he works hard, and he can play the position very well.
Does it feel different out there with Ryan Grubb?
I love his intensity. I love him as a coach. I mean, he's just that guy to be out there. The guy that we need to push the offense and make us better. But I love Coach out there.
Why'd you laugh when I said his name? It felt like something kind of came to mind there.
I just love his character. What I mean? He pushes me. He pushes the whole offense to be better than what we want to become. He has this vision to where you just want to follow behind him and just get better.
He started out his coaching career as an offensive line coach. Have you sort of seen that come out?
Yeah, most definitely. Like you said, he was definitely an offensive line guy. Even for his small height, definitely an offensive line guy. You can see that sometimes during practice, he gets on this, but he only does that because he knows how capable he could be of being good.
How does a Ryan Grubb butt chewing compared to a Nick Saban butt chewing?
A little similar. He gets into his mode. But I think that's every coach. But with him, they say it's a little different, but the energy's still there.
How's the spring sort of been different from last year, given that it's year 2 for Coach DeBoer? You're probably not as much just base level install this spring.
Like earlier I said, just taking what we kind of did last year and kind of just trying to expand on it. You kind of just see the way the image of Coach DeBoer he wants his team to be. just kind of like you can see it like during practice and like just off the field, like the type of team that we're becoming and the type of team that he wants us to become. Just with the leaders and the young guys, leaders leading the young guys, and young guys just learning as much as they can. You know, that's what's kind of is Coach DeBoer's idea for this year. You know, just everybody leading somebody. You know what I mean?
How difficult was it for you last year battling injuries? It seemed like throughout the season you were kind of trying to play through some stuff.
Yeah, I definitely had some injuries that held me back, but you know I've been working on it this off season and just during the spring just to get better and stay healthy.
Do you feel like you're 100%, or are you still kind of getting back there?
Absolutely.
Is there anything in particular this off season you're trying to work on, trying to improve on from years past?
Really just hands. That was a big one for me, just getting my hands better, and that was really tough for me last year, just coming back from the injuries I had. But really, that's what I'm trying to work on and get better.
Help me understand. What do you mean when you say working on your hands?
So for offensive linemen, our hands are our weapons, and the only way that we can capitalize on that is to work on what we do day in, day out. You know, going against the defensive line or linebackers. You know, just using our hands is our biggest weapon, and if you don't have hands, then you can't be a great offensive lineman. So.
You've talked a lot about wanting to get better and working to get better. How much better do you feel that you are in the unit is compared to this same time last year?
Like I said, like day in, day out, we're capitalizing on all things that we're doing out in and on the field. You know, we have worked to hit different goals, and definitely for coming into spring, you know, you can definitely see the team like just growing, like not only as like players, but like the guys that we want to be off the field too, as like leaders and everything. Like it's not just like the older guys from last year leading. You also have young guys leading too, and I think that's a huge thing.
What are some of those goals that you guys want to hit on?
Just becoming more dynamic as a team, you know, and leadership. That's like a big thing that like we've been hitting on a lot. Really just like in detail oriented. Like that's a huge thing. Like last year we wasn't like very detail oriented. That's what we're trying to be this year. You know, just make sure that we're doing the small things right.
I'm sorry if you've been asked this already. Who are a few of the younger offensive linemen or the offensive linemen that people may not be talking about that you see developing, that you see working?
Michael Carroll, Michael DeBose, even now, like they're all working hard. Like I can't just say one guy's not working hard. They're all working hard.
How do they?
He was saying that you guys compete to see who sweat the most in practice. I guess
I got him
who
beat.
wins that competition?
I got him beat.
Is it every day you're winning that competition?
Oh yeah,
Like, okay.
most definitely.
Do you know how much you lose in a given practice, like weight-wise, water weight?
I would say about 10 pounds. Yeah, I'm a big sweater. I don't know if you guys can tell right now, but you know, once we put that work in, a little bit. Most definitely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.